Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's me once again, Brother Solis Torres, and I'm coming at you from Brooklyn, New York once again. And I want to say thank you again to everybody. Jazakallah here. May Allah reward you guys for the love, man. I really appreciate it and really enjoy it. You know, it's kind of nice to genuinely have people say that they like hearing your ideas, your word, your voice. I'm very humbled, and I just want to make sure that I sort of don't make this about myself, but more of my journey, and not Jose himself, but the path that Jose has taken. So I apologize if anyone feels that this is about me and what I've been doing. No, it's about my journey, and I'm just telling my journey. I'm not doing this for any kind of publication or any kind of anything else, but just the dawah, But let me begin by saying that this video will be about what Islam has taught me. Most of this video will be about love. Islam has taught me a lot about love, and the love that I have learned to give starts with Allah. First and foremost, I'm just so lucky to just have Allah in my heart. My family, my father and my mother. The love that I have for my mother and my father is so much greater. It's grown exponentially in the last year and a half. And I wasn't the best son as I could be. I wasn't, the best example. But alhamdulillah, that's changing slowly but surely. The love that I have for my brothers and sisters, my actual brothers, my brother Tito is the oldest. I love him, man. He's just a good heart-natured dude. My sister Maria, who you guys have sort of kind of met, in the second video. My other brother Guillermo, who lives in California. I love you, bro. That's my man. He really had me on his hip when I was a kid. He really showed me a lot. Showed me the street way, if you will, sort of like the street senses of growing up in New York City. And my little sister Lisbeth, who I love dearly, because she's one of the strongest people I've ever met in my life, and I'm just so happy to call her my sister. And the brothers and sisters of the Ummah, man, it's just loving somebody for Allah Azza wa Jal is such a different kind of love. And I'm slowly learning that it's a different kind of love, because that love, you don't really, it's really different and difficult to explain it, and I hope that I can explain it. But let me start with the love for God, love for Allah. If I can compare that love, let me say that it's kind of like, when you walk with your father. I'm talking about as a toddler, when you're like 4 or 5. You get this kind of feeling that, like, I'm untouchable. I walk with my father. There's nothing you can do to me. Your dad is like this superhero figure as a child, and that's how I feel again. I'm walking with God, and there's very little that anyone or anything can do to me. Tough days aren't that tough anymore. Bad days not that bad. My good days are amazing. And my bad days, they don't last too long, and they're not really that bad. Knowing that I have Allah in my heart just makes things so much easier. Knowing that Allah holds me close, it's just that love right there. I wish everybody could understand it, and inshallah everybody gets to understand it one day. And my parents, man, that love. Over the last Ramadan, my second Ramadan, when I was officially a Muslim, I was sitting with some brothers, and they were talking about loving your mother. And they said that Jannah is at the feet of your mother. If you treat your mother right, that's one of the ways you can get into Jannah. I don't want to misquote or misinterpret anything, but I believe that was the message that they were trying to give, and it's just true. Oh my God, my mom, she is the sweetest lady. She is so nice. Like you guys have heard that she goes and she prays for people she doesn't even have to know. All that she has to know is that somebody needs a prayer in a hospital, and it's like, boom, there goes my mom, man. And I wasn't the best son, man. I wasn't. There was a time when my parents got divorced. Well, when my parents did get divorced, I didn't speak to my mom. I was 13. I didn't know how to handle the emotion of it. Of course I cried, I bawled out when like, the first few days, the first few weeks, I was brokenhearted. But like, I just stopped talking to my mom. and stuck for the law. May Allah forgive me for that. But I just completely just stopped talking to her, and I'm sure I made her cry, and I know she was sad and hurt. And one day, I have to. For the rest of my life, I'm gonna try and make that up. My stupidity as a child. May God forgive my cruel young history, my cool young history. And I just really genuinely try to, like, the little things, just calling my mother up and saying I love you. You guys have no idea how much that does for them, for parents. Just call your mom randomly out of nowhere for no reason. Just every other day, every day, send her a text. Just, hey mom, I love you. Hey mom, I love you. Hey mom, I miss you. Hey mom, I love you. You're the greatest thing that ever happened to me. Mom, you're amazing. Mom, you're the greatest thing in the world. This past Saturday, I was really like missing my mom, and I wasn't able to go see her, but I kept trying to call her, and we were playing phone tag. She would call me, I couldn't pick up. I would call her, she wouldn't pick up, and it went back and forth. And I was like, come on, I just want to hear my mom's voice. And it's so weird for me to even say that, because, like, it might even sound wrong, but I've never ever felt that, where I just want to hear my mom's voice. And my mom was like, hey puppy, how are you? I was like, I'm amazing, mom. That's it, I'm fine. All I wanted to do is hear your voice. And she started laughing and giggling. And then I asked, and then she was like, oh, I have food. I have mole. If you guys know about Mexican food, mole is that stuff. If anyone offers you mole, take it and run, and you're gonna love it. So my mom made that for me. She knows that's my favorite meal. And she was like, hey, I have some mole for you. I was like, mom, you can give me rocks. I don't care. I'll eat it. Just anything right now. My mom could have fed me rocks, and I ain't even lying. And that's just the love that has developed lately between me and my mother. Like, we went from here, and it wasn't because of her. No way was it because of her. It was because of me. I didn't understand how to handle emotions. I didn't understand how to just handle my mother's love, or just get over the immaturity of not being able to handle with divorce, my parents' divorce. And man, subhanallah, when you're closer to God, you have no choice but to love more the people that you are close to. When becoming closer to God made me understand love, pure love, true love, and just being in love with life, man. Like, I'll conclude with being in love with life, but inshallah. But like my mom again, man, it's just an amazing woman. Like, her hugs feel different now. Her smile is brighter. Her kisses, like, just warm up my heart, truly. And I'm just so thankful, because this is a feeling that I want everybody to know and to have. Just randomly, just trust me. Text your mother you love them. I want everybody who watches this video, just text your mom right now, mom, I love you. And if she's not with you, look up and say, mom, I love you. Look anywhere, just think of your mom, just say I love you. Your mother, man, she carried you for 9 months. 9 whole months. She fed you. She held you. She cried with you. She cried for you. Text your mom once in a while to say I love you. That's it. Now my father, man, me and him, it's a complicated love story between him and I. He was my best friend for a long time, man. When my parents broke up and I stayed with my father, and me and him just became best friends. It's weird, we became more friends than father and son, which could be a bad thing, but it wasn't. Between me and him, we kept it very honest. He said things to me in manners that sometimes he shouldn't have, and I said things back to him in manners that sometimes we shouldn't have, but without a woman there to moderate, it was kind of like raw, a man and another man going at it. So recently, like last year, we kind of got into a real serious beef and a serious situation, and I was just like, man, I'm never talking to this man again. I'm never ever speaking to this man again. And I really, in my heart, astaghfirullah, may he forgive me, but this is right before last year's Ramadan, where I was contemplating on becoming a Muslim, and that's one of the reasons why I was like, I need God in my life. So after that, it was kind of like slowly but surely, and me and my father, opened up the lines of communication, started speaking, and just randomly, and only through the grace of God could me and my father be speaking again. only through the grace of God. I don't want, my father will be judged by God and ultimately by God, you know, and there's nothing I can do about that. I don't want anything for me to be put on my father's scale. That's between him and Rabbina, and God's gonna judge him. He doesn't need anything from me. I don't want God to have anything from me to put on the scale. I don't need that in my heart. And forgiveness is one of the most beautiful things that you can know. If you ever knew true forgiveness, that is love. And now, the other day I cooked them breakfast. Sunday I cooked them breakfast, and I'm pretty proud of myself because it took a lot for me to do that. This morning when I came back from the masjid from Fajr, I got him some donuts. There's little things like that. But your parents, just love for your parents is very important, because a lot of people in the United States of America, they turn 18, they move out. They turn 19, they turn 20, and they move out. Which I can't really blame them for, but understand if you move out, your parents get old. Your parents become 50 and 60, and why would you want them to do certain things in the house when you could do it for them? Simple things like just washing dishes, or just moving their stuff, or moving the car so they can just sit there. It's just little things, little tiny things. Just show your expression of love, because one day you guys won't be together. You're gonna have to wait for a while. Inshallah, everybody meets in Jannah, but for a while you won't be able to hug your mom or dad. You just won't, man. Just won't. So if you guys are watching, hug your dad right now. Go into his room, her room, hug them, give them a kiss, tell them you love them. There's nothing better in life than hugging and holding your parents, because your parents are the closest thing you'll ever have to God. So I heard, and I genuinely believe it. Now my brothers, man, my brothers and sisters, we're a complicated bunch. We're a nutty bunch. There's 5 of us, and we're like 5 fingers, right? At one point, we were separated by distance, and although now we're separated by distance, we're sort of like a hand. When you slap somebody, you slap them with 5 fingers. Close that hand and hit them, that's a punch. It's just something so, like, we're both becoming closer. All of us, slowly but surely. And I'm not saying it's through Islam, because I'm the only Muslim in my entire family, but I'm really trying to push that myself. Just trying to, I text my sister all the time, I love you, just for no reason. Just do it. Text your sister you love them. Texting is the most beautiful thing in the world when you're not with somebody. Text them and say I love you, or I miss you, or you're amazing, or thank you for this, thank you for that. It might sound corny, but you have no idea the kind of smile it puts on somebody's face. Because my sister texts me and she's like, Jose, I love you, I miss you. And I'm like, yeah, somebody misses me. Or, my sister loves me. But one day, my brother lives in California, my brother Memo, who's like my man. He was my dude when I was a kid. He used to bring me around his friends and stuff all the time. And it's just love, man. Love is one of the most amazing things that I've learned. I thought I knew love, but hell no. You don't know love till you're close to God. You don't know love till you understand how lucky you are in life. Like I said earlier, like I'm really in love with life lately. I'm in love with just the man in the mirror that I see now. I can be proud of him for the first time in a long time. I'm very proud of the man in the mirror. Very, very, very proud. I can genuinely say I love him. I don't want to sound arrogant, but like I'm really proud of myself. I don't say it at all because it's just, it shouldn't be said very often, but I'm really proud of the man in the mirror, because this man is not the same man that he used to be, which is wonderful, and I thank God, and only through God is that possible. But it's just, life is amazing. Amazing, 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 amazing. I'm just in love with life. Every day I wake up, I really genuinely smile. Yeah, I'm up again. I'm up. And maybe I'm not where I want to be, but I am where I'm supposed to be. And I'm gonna be where I want to be soon, because my spirit is up, my heart is right, I'm in the best physical condition of my life. I'm just so like set, and it's all because of God and the love of God, man. So at the end of this, I just want to say Islam taught me how to love, and inshallah I can continue to grow, and one day inshallah I'm going to become a husband and a father, and I will show my kids and love my wife one day, inshallah. So, assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's a pleasure, and jazakallah here, and I love you guys too, man. Good night. Assalamu alaikum.